sovereignty and submission your submission. We need cameras. How does this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others. They will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
My time is yours. Go ahead. What's wrong with me? Cosmic. I think I'm dying. Could you be more specific?
I was ordained to right the rights and wrong the wrongs. Time to get off the stage you've been on for too long. Trinitize, stabilize like a tripod. Vocalize, burn a hole straight through your iPod. Hit or you run, spit some shit or you done. Now we keep our sword sharp, used to rhyme for fun. That's the thing with all these tests, man, you bitter, you stung. Rub them the wrong way, now they getting their gun. Wouldn't pull a burner, I'd rather be a learner than a teacher. Meet you halfway, maybe we could reach the higher destination. Fire emanations at the liar's expectations. Trapped within the labyrinth and wonder how we made it. Feeling aggravated cause your rhyme style's dated. Hope's been baited, gas chamber poison sprayed it. Put on a good show but stop acting too hard. Best to have your dues called before you flash the do guard.
You are a true believer. Blessings of respect. Blessings of the masses. Thou art the subject of the divine, created in the image of man. By the masses. For the masses.
Grimy teeth like scripture, blood splatters paint the picture, taste a mixture concocted from the bones of twisted sisters. Fulfill the sentence, official sacrificial heads, man, just a dead man. Leave your last will inside the bedpan. Resurrected mentally dead, starving artists instrumentally fed. Grand Minotaur, assassinate the prime minister. Hostile enemy watchers, predators nostrils spot ya. Satanic sanctity, a slice of psycho witch doctors. Can't rationalize, scorching ash in your eyes from burning gas in the sky. Where the passengers fly, between a laugh and a cry. Survivors asking me why, how could God let this happen? Loss of innocent lives. Blind man follows plan, 85s don't overstand. Iron feet stand over graves, those who sunk in the sand. Didn't offer a hand, little marketing plan. Aimed at fans to spend a ton, wouldn't cough up a gram.
Let us be thankful we have come. Buy more now. Buy and be happy.
Persuaded by dreams when you waited in the mainstream. Now you a changeling. Your greediness is strangling. Spiritus, Nosferatu, saber-tooth, vampire. You think you drawing blaze, you're getting blazed in the fire of your own desire. Chain sneakers in attire. Every other material thing that you acquire. As you perspire, we form an empire of scholars to ask you if you for the almighty dollar. Call each other dog cause gods don't wear collars. Millennium ballers used to read scrolls in 93. Now suddenly in 2G's it's about guns and money. And only some see through the image that you try to make so deep. So deep you got sucked under when your brain fell asleep. And seven thunders had to crash you for your blasphemous speech. Your arms too short to reach, should've listened to priests.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Title Encyclopedia Galactica 116. Entry 442. Undoubtedly the most interesting aspect of 442 involves space science.
They say we're living in the space stage. We're living in the space stage. We're living in the space stage.
Encyclopedia Galactica, arcane data trafficker. Entries in the journal, pencil hits the page after the Stardate captured, the Stargate raptured. Warp torpedoes of thought, exports mapped the constellations of neurons, micro to macros. Complete the loop, Shiva the destroyer dance, tap toes, black foes, white heroes, vice versa. All weapons are inadequate to fight the battle. First of all, stand tall. It's the all anew, all in you. From within the darkest chambers, it is calling you. Dispel the sinister fears that block your inner ears. Listen up, all you starving artists, your dinner's here. Break bread, awake fed, shake dread from the heart. 8 head past tense, brain pain isn't part of the roadmap. Show that, lead by example. Wild animals straight from the pack and get trampled by wildebeest. Killed to feast upon your muscle tissue. Numb by pollution, ignorant of troubled issues. Find meaning in the oddest of places. Said meant to be shine gleaming. Got us to waste intelligently. Pluck diamonds from the rough, enough gems from the muck. Only valuable to those shit out of luck, so give a fuck. Suck poison from the wound if you bitten by the snake. Medicine that is real, hidden by what is fake.
Space station. We're living in the space station. We're living in the space station. We're living in the space station.
Sleepless creatures rest assured now. Wake the blessed to pure, embark endlessly on the eternal quest for more. Endure the preamble as we tore through the brambles. In the midst of the blackest night, we lit candles, grow the dendrite tree. The pen might be the mightiest tool for peace and quiet to fight free from the grips of oppression. Slip dip from the session, the unheard now plug clips into the weapon. Buck shots at the altar, surgeon's hand falters. Sever synapses, relapses into altered states. Mates procreate, creative copulation. Just date for 9 months, then add to population. Waited with bated breath for those who evaded death. Disbanded negative emotions, only elated left. Invaded death, dumb and blind. Trip, fall, fell to climb. Sensory overload, you bluffing, nothing left to find.
Space station. We're living in the space station. We're living in the space station. No matter who you are, no matter what you say, no matter where you be.
Another world, another time, in the age of wonder. 1,000 years ago, this land was green and good. Then strife began.
Jaguar paw, scoop the fertile soil from the quagmire raw to raise the maize stalks. The conquistador who rage with crazed talk sways in a daze and through the maze walks, perusing the dying scripts, diffuses the mind glyphs, then using the crucifix, spews lies and myths, forbade the next task, then slayed the sex shaft, encasing the ancient king in a jade death mask, pearl eyes and an opal skull. World dies in the popal vol, recreated dynasty, reinstated, star carbonated, reincarnated, hermetic jaws carbonated, can't be carbon dated, native trust betrayed with human sacrifice, seals the secrets of the sages in the tomb for afterlife. Centuries later, get accolades from acolytes. In the age of information, we no longer have to fight.
The gentle mystics. For 1,000 years they have ruled, yet now there are only 10. A dying race, imprisoned within themselves in a dying land.
Yeah. Track the needful destiny, juice spilled from His Majesty aboard the Crystal City. After my race wiped out, my seeds dried out for sprouting on the outskirts of precincts to inner workings. Heads rolling off authors at the Basco coast. Both the timeline of divine minds walking the fine line of life and death. Flying the coast like Cortez on the raft of woven serpents. The henchmen done lynch. You geneticists on a full moon of Virgo, T-cells perfecto. Wrote the skunk from the empire's farm. Ain't cut for no bumps. I best climbing the Everest and peaks to stand elite. Raise a dagger in the heavens is bleak. Command a fleet of sands to bring the waves of new course of days. Reaping the harvest without the slaves to pay the way to the golden age. Bending bars of cage cranium.
Today, once more they gather as the first sun climbs to its peak. So too they learn to draw new life from the sun.
repeat you, I greet you as another me. In Lakesh, Alakin, in the flesh, eyes have seen Temple Mountain, found ground zero, Tiara Hakan. Now the relics are gone, race is done, no one won. Hitching close to the sun, used for flight, bright Inu birds extinct or forgotten. First planes, frames made of rubber, wood and cotton. From the Olmec Center at Leventa, Rongo Rongo, Puma Punku, Uxmal, Titicaca, Pompeii, Alante Tambo, Inca with the Aztec shield walks the Green Mile. Meanwhile, the distinguished name, Moonchild with the sweet smile, Kukuma, Titsimana, Plume, Serpent, Oxymoron, Quetzalcoatl, Viticulture bound to earth, get your sore on, pour more on the battle wounds. Potion of the forest rain, nature's spirits awaken, unknown and false its name.
The race of mystics came to live in a dream of peace. Their ways were the gentle ways of natural wizards. Yet now, the wisest of the mystics lies dying, a dying race, numbly rehearsing the ancient ways in a blur of forgetfulness.
As dead souls arise from the plasma pool, I place 7 prophetic tools within the mystery schools. Behold my gold crown, found upon Eagle Rock Mound. Crystal skeleton reflects melanin. Look into the crystal ball and see a future is destined to fall. I found ancient scrolls hidden in the dusty law, magical spells written in the form of handmaiden's tale. His tongue was forbidden and he was cast to hell, forever trapped in his physical shell. The spirit can prevail, the path is narrow. I have a bird's eye view of the world through the wise eyes of an owl. The planet is hollow, controlled by extraterrestrials. You're 360 and I am interdimensional, incarnating within the instrumentals.
But today, the ritual gives no comfort. Today they summon the one who must save them.
Seven-story dweller, Rockefeller of esoteric wealth, Mesoamerican elf, tree spirit, echoes from the mound of the magician. Can you hear it? Don't fear it, bow humbly when you're near it. Abandon ego, beware law of contagion. Anonymity is timeless, meanwhile we're all aging. We live in the days of overtime, and over time we have seen foretold events unfold that seem like a bad dream. Perfect storm, disease, bombs, tsunamis, and World War III. Much more than 2 armies, so few harm me. Let's know what I talk about. Find me in the outback, aboriginal on walkabout with didgeridoos. The shamans hidden these clues within the labyrinth of language most tend to confuse. Metaphor for analogy, they soar towards the fallacy. Teach lies to each child and war for the salary. They bury me up to my knees and throw stones, but shalom is my home, protected by the omnitone. I stand between the pillars of Miss Patton's deck. Goddess prostrates on the phallus when the god is erect. To receive the seed, complete the deed, conceive the new Horus. Problems of the modern day recurring like a chorus. Eve's evil apple swallowing, trace the Nazarene scrolls from the chapel of Rasul to the temple of Solomon. Under the ruins of Herod we go, standing on the rubble of Jericho with the Abednego on the Junior Warden's pedestal. Industry created a sonic trap. This is Masonic rap. I whisper passwords through the phonic tap, and though they'd rather not hear me, they have no choice but to fear me, because I do what I love dearly, and all things hidden from plain sight see clearly.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, so let it be. In God we trust. Dance, and join the hands, and let us sing. Sing out old glory in the skies. With ardent and defiant fling our fervor against destiny. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, so let it be. In God we trust.
Azimuth of foreign objects, asteroid collision, smash into the planet, no time to grab provisions, too late for last chances, too late for misconnections, cryogenic freeze, avoid cellular regression, pro-longevity through gerontology, brevity of breath, emergent phenomenon of no more death, eternal man drinks from the fountain of youth, spots a speck of falsity within the mountain of truth, Rumpelstiltskin meets his young self way back when, if only I knew now what I knew back then, hindsight is 20/20 relative to speed of light, we seek to shed mass, it puts up quite a fight, kneel to the God particle, theta states disperse, Higgs boson, vacuum bubble, swallows up the universe, large hadron collider, extra weak force exposed, discover dependent dimensions, all superimposed.
The span of time unlocks the minds, doors to worlds explored infinite, brings balancement to paydays that's clocking me. So I zone out and dream about some good pussy, return to G when semen travel up the spines to brain columns. The dollars all I'm finding making sense, spark a fire in your chest. Then I shoot the blessed back out urethra and watch it manifest. Manifested the world with a great descent to beasthood. The crown rulers always stashed what's good for food and maintain the pedigree. The last of a dying breed sitting yogi lotus seeds, blowing trees. Travel astrally to portray a timeless moment. First eye visually, violet flame in my strawman. Disintegrating the false corporation out the matrix. Back to the natural me.
Space-time, Lorenzian manifold, dimensional spatial relations, chronology of the soul, and the flesh as a whole, divided amongst the one. Solstice shift from the center, alignment up with the sun. Protons, electrons, positrons, and leptons, the fingerprint of God in the facade that is stepped on. The hands on the clock that never paused, slowly crept on. Relative to the frame of reference, point measurements dead on. Uniform motion, notions of relativity, temporal causality, and theories of self-consistency governing space-time, world line intersections. The future remains in place when your past becomes your present. What is timeless? Eternity walks across the horizon. Captured in a moment, you own it, but don't confine it. Let it blossom. There's only a short time to prosper, so do yourself a favor and make sure you do it proper.
By numbers, vision in the voice. Hate to make you die dumb and never given any choice. Brahmins and untouchables, last caste system. Fuel the fiery furnace, burning, churning fast pistons of the tongues of the flesh. Practice orthopraxy, futurist manifesto. Take a power, now relax me. Don Quixote spearheads, windmills of the mind. Quantum foam bubbles popping in barbarian time. Mothman prophecies powered by galactic overmind. Roots of coincidence, a mega point about to find. Arbitrary calendar, day the dollar dies. Immortality factor for the kids who holler why. Whether underground or on high, where the mirror mask. This is the making of a new world. Those who fear to ask, clear the path in chapel perilous. Phantom force of nothing, once upon a timeless moment. Source we're all hunting. My breath is the breeze, the trees are my arteries. You dilute my bloodstream when you pollute the seas with diseased industrial revolution. Evolution evolved into execution. I was born on a day out of time. I spray out of rhyme, an orthodox who's way out of line. Earth Eagle Skywalker, come nearer. A world-bridging wizard warrior, perfect the sun mirror. Age of the Neteru begins again. Pendulum swings, then to now, now to then. Deep breath, count to 10. Makes me wonder how do men bow to them. Sit placid, atop chaotic seas made of acid. Ark of the Covenant, like Pandora, we unlatch it, then attack it. Spread a deadly plague, but can't catch it. Acquire mad wealth, but can't stack it. Intellectual property, cropping, harvest of the heart, there's no stopping we.
When Elohim and Edom, in mutual love, made the cosmos, Elohim chose to rise to the highest part of heaven to see if their creation lacked any elements. He took his angels with him in rows, and he abandoned Edom below.
I woke this morning to find my people's tongues were tied. And in my dreams they were given books to poison their minds.
Standing next to you, I must seem so conceptual, an alien that's down to earth. I'm ultra-terrestrial, ayahuasca, the grandmother serpent vine. Humble humans too can be divine with lessons learned in time. Art of godmanship, science beyond theology aboard the mothership. Invisible college degrees, secret chiefs of Sothis, starseed transmissions, interstellar telepathy, mental ammunition, holistic mystic. Solutions are simplistic, 36 hexagrams like DNA. I get it twisted and left and right hemispheres. Connect this cross chatter, compensate your memory loss with false data. Naturally reacting off the factual. My rhythm's mathematical, an actual radical on sabbatical. Tactical within the wilderness, eating locusts and honey. Combined like socialists and focus on money.
When Elohim reached the upper border of heaven, he saw a light stronger than the sun he created. And he said, open the gates for me to enter and to acknowledge the Lord. I had thought I was the Lord.
Well, you've done it to yourself this time, haven't you?
I died. I don't want to die.
Well, I'll see what I can do about it.
I was in hell. It's all pain.
Eckhart saw hell, too. You know what he said? He said the only thing that burns in hell is the part of you that won't let go of your life. Your memories, your attachments. They burn them all away. But they're not punishing you, he said. They're freeing your soul. So the way he sees it, if you're frightened of dying and then you're holding on, you'll see devils tearing